Guys, the biggest leak just happened in Google's history, already confirmed by former Google employees that it's legit. Some 14,000 files were leaked from GitHub. It revealed the craziest secret to their algorithm. And I'm going to show you how you can take advantage of it.
It's not about building helpful content or backlinks.
This is about how Google is using Chrome browser to track user behavior signals, and how they are using that to determine which websites are relevant to every search query. I mean, some SEOs suspected this, but to now know officially how deep they were measuring user behavior is insane. This is going to change the SEO game forever. Imagine you own a blog that reviewed retro video games. Even if they are amazing reviews, most visitors left your site quickly through affiliate links or going back to the search result because your site didn't have any unique solutions to offer. Those visitors are now spending more time on other sites doing further research or making the final purchase. This is all recorded in the Chrome browser cookie. For example, if they searched best N64 first-person shooter games, you could have the best article about this topic. However, if people are quickly skimming through and going to other sites to buy those games or download the emulator, that gave Google a negative signal. If a visitor clicks further and buys something from the site, that's the ultimate positive user experience signal. Google calls this nav boost. This is how well a user navigates through a site. As SEOs, we must stop thinking about how to acquire more traffic for the sake of traffic. If your company or brand can't bring unique products to the table, but the visitor is finding it elsewhere, after a while, Chrome browser would track the negative clickstream on your site, and your site will not be able to hold on to those rankings for long.
This is going to be a really hard video for me to create, and it's not one I've wanted to produce for a number of months now, but it's gotten so out of control that I have to speak up for my sake, my team's sake, and the sake of independent websites that use Google as their primary source of traffic. Around about 8 or 9 months ago, Google shaked up their algorithms to a point that independent sites like Retro Dodo have now become pretty much invisible within their search engine, and it's killing us. We are on the edge of going extinct.
So Google released a huge March core algorithm update, and the whole SEO community kind of called it one of the biggest core algorithm update of all time. And a core algorithm update means there has been a massive change in the algorithm, and it caused massive changes in the rankings for a lot of sites at large scale. Google does this like a few times a year, and so this is straight from Google's mouth. New ways we're tackling spammy, low quality content on search. And the main takeaway from this was the scaled content abuse, which is basically Google's way of saying, you know, we are fighting against AI content. However, what's interesting is that Retro Dodo never used AI scaled content.
I generally think Google is becoming an unfair place, and they're not giving any spotlight or a voice to those that are actually creating better and fun, enjoyable websites with genuinely experienced and human written content.
If you take a look at Retro Dodo's articles, they are very well researched human written content, but how does it explain, according to Ahrefs, their website has been tanking in the rankings since like August of 2023. So their site has actually been losing massive amounts of rankings way before the March core algorithm update. When looking at their articles, what I don't like is the massive amounts of ads, and all their links are pointing to other companies where the traffic can go to and make the final purchase, whether that be buying retro games or downloading emulators. So did March core algorithm truly target AI content? Well, clearly if you use AI content generator to massively produce content at scale, we're talking thousands of articles per day, then yeah, that's very easy for Google's algorithm to catch you and do a manual penalty on your entire site.
Yeah, I got hit with a manual action penalty as well. But I think it's all part of the process. And I've said it, from day one, these sites can get hit. They're experiments. It's a fun case study. Would I recommend it for everyone? Absolutely not. And so these processes work though. This is the thing that I would say as well. It's like, for example, if you use AI, it can work, but you've got to be very careful how you hide it. If you're doing like public case studies where you show all this crazy stuff every single day, well, I think that's how you get hit, and that's how you get made an example of.
However, one of the things that this Google leak has taught us is that never trust what Google's spokesperson says. For example, the leak revealed that Google is definitely calculating domain authority. It's by calculating the value of backlinks, when spokesperson from Google has continually said over the years that they do not count backlinks. Here's John Mueller that works for Google talking about how link building is unnatural and how you should disavow any links that you purchased. However, we all know that those high quality backlinks that he likes to talk about are almost impossible to get for free. Most of the time you have to purchase them from super high DR websites. And to say that they do not work in the rankings is just pure fear mongering, because we all know those high quality backlinks move the needle.
I'm not gonna say controlled opposition, but there's a lot of people that have these influential blogs that put out the Bible of what SEO is. And I can't tell you, anytime I see what they do, I do the opposite. You can't trust a Google. You can't trust these big search engines of Facebook. You think they're gonna tell you how to score? Google is daddy. Hi, I'm daddy. Google's daughter is search. Hi, I'm search. So daddy is in charge of making sure daughter, search, doesn't get some asshole boyfriend to come along and take her out and screw her over. We all know what that means, right? Cool. So daddy is protecting search. Google is protecting daughter, which is search. Hi daughter, your name is search. I'm daddy, my name is Google. So boyfriend, dick, comes to the door. Do you think daddy, me, is gonna be like, yeah, let me tell you how to score on search, my little daughter, my favorite little daughter? Of course not. What dad would do that? What kind of moron dad would do that, right? So when Google tells you something, when some of these big players that are in direct alliances with Google are telling you stuff, don't just go, well, but search engine land said the algorithm changed, so like, yeah.
Google comes up with their official statements. It's very important for us to not take it at face value, because clearly we now know, months removed after the core algorithm update of March, that they targeted not just AI spammed content, but even sites where they built a lot of handwritten reviews that were well put together and well researched. And this Google leak shows a bigger picture of things like Google Chrome, how they're collecting data from that. Nav boost and clickstream is very crucial in how Google calculates the rankings of a site.
The biggest winners and losers of the Google AI spam update. So this had just happened recently.
Let me guess who's the biggest winners.
Go ahead. If you're wrong, what do I get?
Free Erewhon, because you love Erewhon.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Right? You take all your dates to Erewhon?
Huh?
You
What?
take all your
I don't know
dates-
what you're talking about. Let's talk about the podcast. Guess. Okay, guess. You're guessing the winners.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
People who don't use AI content. Those are the winners.
No, there's one I'm looking at here. They do use AI content.
Tons of AI content, just pure AI content, no human?
No.
All right, and I bet you the losers are people who use AI content with no human intervention.
The losers I'm looking at here, it's a lot of programmatically generated content.
Which programmatic generated content is scaled content. That's when you create articles at scale. We're talking thousands of articles, and then you use a program to change a couple variables in each of those content. That's obviously going to get hit by the spam update. However, their study did conclude that even sites that had some AI generated content, they were not the pure losers.
Let's start out looking at housefresh.com. This one really stings because it's an affiliate review site that's actually been built very well with the end user in mind. They look predominantly at air purifiers and dehumidifiers. Everything they review is purchased by them. They test their products in-house. They do all the research themselves. devise complex scientific measurements, and they provide these really useful energy cost calculations as well, which I thought was pretty cool. The site has no ads, it's only supported by affiliate revenue, even though they're completely unbiased in what they say. Simply put, if you wanted or needed an air purifier or dehumidifier for your room, the site would certainly be a go-to high-quality resource. Except in the eyes of Google, the traffic's been savage. They've lost significant traffic across both September HCU and the March 2024 core update. But so far this month, Ahrefs is reporting over 60% traffic loss.
So what does HouseFresh and Retro Dodo, what do they have in common? They both have high DRs, bunch of backlinks. However, they are pure review sites. If you landed on HouseFresh, clicked on one of their awesome reviews, every click stream is then going to another company to make that final purchase. Same thing with Retro Dodo. Their only product that they offer is like a book, like buy our book here. And that's not enough value to the marketplace for people to want to continue to keep coming back to retrododo.com. Same with HouseFresh. You read a great review and you go to an actual company site. This site doesn't actually have its own unique value to the table for people to continue to come back to this site or use this site as a resource or anything of that matter to create direct traffic to the site.
Over the time, we've made a coffee table book, and our second's coming in a few months. We built a full-on brand. And the way people searched us or found us was primarily through Google. You type in something and you would have our expert opinions on it, and we would have crafted a really nice website for you to read that on. And
Google has been saying this for quite some time. Eric Schmidt, now former Google CEO, has said all the way back in 2018, as you can see by the age of this post, that the internet is fast becoming a cesspool where false information thrives. Eric Schmidt has said to a wide audience that brands are the solution, not the problem. And he also says brands are how you sort out the cesspool. Now, the question is, what kind of brands are Google preferring? If you're talking about a purely informational review type of blog, how can you decipher that is an actual real valuable brand versus another AI scaled content website? It's going to take too much computational power for Google, and it's going to be too expensive for Google to decipher the difference. The more cheaper, effective way for Google is to record clickstream data from Google Chrome and data such as, does a brand get direct traffic? When I search for a product, does that user read a review and go back into the search engine and read another review and finally go to a actual brand and make that final purchase? Therefore, that user is no longer going back into the search result and the person is no longer searching for that product. That truly shows Google that this is a real brand with real product. Look at sites like Shopify, they haven't lost any of the core algorithm updates. The traffic continues to go back because Shopify has a clear use case. People need to keep coming back to the site and there's direct traffic. Same with the web builder that we use in local legions, snaps.ai. Traffic is continuing to go up because Snaps is actually bringing a real value to the marketplace. It is a click and drag web builder that's built for small business owners and people that are doing local lead generation. These sites have an actual purpose. It's not just a site that's redirecting traffic elsewhere. Same goes for my blog, epay.com. It is an information heavy website, but I was smart enough to create different resources where I get direct traffic, where people keep coming back to my site. So for example, on my homepage, I have this article, top 50 local lead generation niches, where I list all the different niches that our students can get into. And for each niche, I've listed the average value of a job. So for example, if you get into the landscaping niche, you can go to this page and see that you should probably rank for flower bed installation because an average cost of that job is $1,000 to $3,000. So imagine we have 7,400 students. They keep coming back to my site to look at this resource. That creates direct traffic to my site and a click stream because this is linking out to various other important local lead generation articles that I have on my site. Also, what I'm doing is I'm also building more tools that our students can use. So right now we have, if you go to the tools section, a keyword research tool, homepage outline tool where you can put your niche and your city, and it'll create a neat outline. I'm also creating other tools as well. But the email scraper tool, for example, you can enter your niche and the city, and you can literally scrape the email of every business that's ranked for that niche. So, if you want to sell SEO services or lead gen or Google AdWords, you can use this tool to gather contact information, because, sometimes the contact information is hidden from the website. And sometimes they have contact forms, but you can't banana tag it, which banana tag allows you to see if a business owner opened the email. So this tool scrapes the hidden emails of a website so that you can more effectively prospect for new clients. So what did this Google leak really reveal is that, affiliate marketers in trouble. If you've got a website that's always redirecting traffic elsewhere, over time, Google is gonna count that against you. Now, with local lead gen, Grand Rapids Tree Service, my site is ranked at the very top of Google. It's ranked even above the Google Earth, because when people go on this site, the traffic is not going elsewhere. If they have a tree problem, they're gonna call that phone number and that traffic is not going to go to other sites and do further research. So I've satisfied that clickstream for this keyword, which is basically anybody that's looking for tree care in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Again, if you're already doing local lead gen, how can you take advantage of this? Well, here's a site that you want to take a look at. Matthews Roofing, they rank, number one for like Roofing Chicago, and Roofing Chicago is a pretty competitive space. But what you see that they're doing right is they have specific articles targeting very specific problems, such as coagulated metal roofing, slate roofing, clay tile roofing. One of the ones I saw was snow removal from roofs. Now, these are very, very specific problems, and it's showing Google that this company solves that exact problem. And if you're somebody that's searching and you got a specific problem like this, and if other roofing companies haven't created an article that targets, for example, clay tile roofing, you're going to go to Matthews Roofing and you're going to quit searching for other companies. You're basically going to call that company. You're going to get on the phone with them. They're going to schedule a time for them to come out to get a quote, do a quote for you, and you're basically going to stop searching on the internet, which means it shows Google that this company is a real brand with real service that satisfies that search intent. Hey, so if you don't have Ahrefs, I've built a keyword research tool on my site. Go to epay.com, go to tools, then go to epay's keyword research tool, and for example, you just type in the niche and the city. So kitchen remodeling Las Vegas, hit generate, wait a few seconds, and it'll generate this whole list for you. There's going to be some good keywords in here. So for example, contemporary kitchen renovation. Now, most of the time, kitchen remodeling companies will try to stick these different keywords on the homepage, but if you create a specific pages about these topics, even look up, highlight this keyword, search it in Google, and find people ask section and look up what kind of questions people ask about this topic, and then put it on that page and make the page better than your competitors. It shouldn't be that hard because most companies are not targeting these keywords. There's some other good ones in here as well, like innovative kitchen renovations, sustainable kitchen remodeling options. So yeah, you just got to do further research, and there's gold mines out there of keywords that other companies are not going after, but these are high quality keywords, because once you rank an article and you fulfill that clickstream, it's going to give your whole brand a boost in the eyes of Google. So how I see the future of SEO is you really want to align with real brands and real companies that actually has real solutions that they're offering on their actual website. Hey, so I created an article about this Google leak where I go a little bit more in depth about all the different factors that was discovered for ranking factors in Google. And yeah, local lead generation, in my opinion, is still an amazing way for people to start making money online. All my lead gen sites, they were not affected by these March core algorithm updates. So we have a coaching program as well, 7,400 students. It's myself and also coached by Dan Klein. I'm actually at his house right now. But yeah, if you want to check that out, there's a link in the description as well.